Jai Hind, my dear friends. This is Nisha Shekhawat, and I hope you all are doing good. As I told you, I'll come with the next video. That is basically, I chose the second topic as G20 and Indian presidency. Basically, we all are aware that in the current scenario, it is one of the very current topic which is in news every day because of the summits organized in different cities of India. As we all are aware that India is a country of rich heritage and culture. So as our Prime Minister Modi ji has decided to showcase its beauty to the whole world. So primarily today we're going to discuss about it in detail, and I'm going to tell you about each and every factor which should be included while giving lecturette or discussing in the GD regarding the G20 and the Indian presidency. So first of all, I'll talk about the Vasudeva Katumba. Basically, this is a kind of a shloka which is taken from a Maha Upanishad, and it means that we all are one family and we share togetherness. So basically, as our PM is showcasing that India is always a country which promised to promote peace and harmony and always emphasize on peaceful coexistence of countries. So this is how the India showcased its honor, and it's a kind of a greetings to the whole nation. So let me discuss about the contents we're going to discuss in the further video. So first of all, I'll tell you about the introduction of G20, in which I'll tell you what is G20 and why it is made up of. Then the second, we'll talk about the member nations of G20 as the name suggests, group of 20. So I'll talk about the 20 countries which are the member of the G20. Next, the relevance of G20 grouping. It is also one of the important factor we should consider while talking about the G20. Next, that is the main thing because of which we are discussing this video, that is the Indian presidency. Then next, I'll talk about the PM Modi 11-point agenda to counter the terrorism. And the last and the least, I'll talk about the way ahead for India. So this is how I'll proceed my topic. So what you have to do is just click the subscribe button. So let's get started. Introduction of G20. Basically, G20 was proposed by the former Canadian PM Paul Morton. So it is a kind of an international forum for the government and the central bank governors from the 20 major emerging economies. It was started in 1999 in the aftermath of Asian financial crisis. The group was advised to meet and discuss the measures to promote the financial stability all over the world and to achieve sustainable growth and development together. Next, it also decided to host various summits in the different countries. As a response, it was created to counter the financial crisis of 2007 and 2010. Now, moving further, now we'll discuss about the member nations. So there are a group of 20 countries which are the members of the G20 grouping, and here I would like to mention that India is also a very important country when it comes to G20, as this is the first time India got the presidency. And here I'll tell you in an alphabetical order that the names of the 20 countries. The first is Argentina, second is Australia, third is Brazil, fourth is Canada, fifth is China, sixth is France, seven is Germany, eight is India, 9 is Indonesia, 10 is Italy, 11th is Japan, 12th is Mexico, 13 is Russia, 14 is Saudi Arabia, 15 is South Africa, 16 is South Korea, 17 is Turkey, 18 is UK, that is United Kingdom, and 19 USA, that is United States of America, and the last 20, that is European Union. Now moving further, I'll talk about the relevance of G20. Firstly, we'll talk about the G20 represents the 85% of the global GDP, 80% of the international trade, and 65% of the global population. Next, it is also set up to global structure, facilities and investment hub in 2014. It also provides a political platform to push much needed reforms, as India has likely a chance this year to promote various topics to put into the consideration of the world. Next, it is also able to bring consensus between the developing and the developed economies. And the last, global platforms to reckon transparency standards for the purpose of combating money laundering and tax evasion. It is a very important thing to be the part of a G20 grouping, which is almost constitutes 20 member nations, which constitute the 85% of the GDP of the world. So I think it's a good chance for India to promote various agenda which it should likely to discuss on the international platforms. So next, talking about the very important thing, that is the Indian presidency. As the theme suggests, one earth, one family, one future. So this is what the PM Modi is up to, that he wanted to convey to the whole world that we as Indians always promoted communal harmony, always promoted the peaceful coexistence, as we all are full of love and greetings. So we also wanted the whole nation to share each other resources to tackle the problems which the one or two or more countries faces. So this is the agenda why PM Modi took this Vasudeva Katumba, or the theme that is one earth, one family and one future, because it wants to showcase to the whole world that we as a country, we stand with the whole. So India will be holding the presidency from December 2022, and it will convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time. India is looking forward to put up various agendas into consideration and promoting communal harmony by reinstating Vasudeva Kutumbakam spirit. So this is what I like in India personally, that it always promoted the peaceful coexistence. As we can see in the history of India, India never attacked any country. Okay, so this is the beauty of my nation which I belong to, is that it always promote peace. In spite of the fact, if somebody will try to attack on us, we'll defend with wholeheartedly. So next, I'll talk about the PM Modi's 11-point agenda on the counter-terrorism. Basically, these are the 11 points which PM Modi has inhibited in the agenda, in which he would likely to promote these things or these topics on the international forum, so that they could give proper attention to it and likely to execute it in a good manner or a implementable manner. So first of them is deterrent action against nation must be barred from G20. Second, nations must exchange list of suspected terrorists so that every country should debar them. Third, legal processes such as extradition should be simplified. Next, comprehensive convention. Fifth, UNSC resolution should be effectively implemented, as UNSC is a big forum and it's what it says or what its resolution should be implemented on ground very peacefully and very sustainably. Next, it also promotes to emphasize on de-radicalizing programs and exchange. Terror financing must be curtailed. It is very important, and for any country to get developed, if the terror funding is going on, then it would be a harm to the whole nation. Next, it also wanted the G20 to constitute weapons and explosive action task force. Then next, it also want to cooperate in a cyber security, as we all are aware that India till today does not have any kind of cyber security laws. So it is a need of the hour to promote such ideas and to make bill on these. Next, national security advisors mechanism should be constituted, and the last is expedition of legal procedures. So these are basically the 11-point agendas which PM Modi wanted to inculcate in the G20, so that to counter the terrorism basically all over the world. The last, I would like to conclude my topic by suggesting some way ahead for India. That is, first, using G20 platform, India can voice concern on following. Firstly, the money black money and the money laundering. It is very important to talk about such issues which are on a broad base. Second, the measures against tax evaders. It is also one of the most important issue that India wanted to convey to the whole world. So I think this is a very good opportunity or an exquisite opportunity to promote the idea to look into such matters which are always on the minor side. So last is equitable quota reforms in multinational financial institutes like IMF, global terrorism. And last, I would like to give my opinion. So that is that the concreted and the decisive actions of the grouping with its balanced membership of developed and developing countries help the world deal effectively with the financial and economic crisis, and the G20 has already delivered several significant and concrete outcomes. So this is basically what my opinion on this G20 grouping and the Indian presidency. So I feel that this is what I wanted to convey to you all. This is all about the topic for today, and thank you everyone, and don't miss the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the new updates. Thank you.